The old brake pads. You can see how thin that is right there, and there's a new one. This video is going to be a how-to video on how to change a Gen 5's rear brake pads. Now this is my first time ever doing it, so you're gonna be learning with me basically, but I'll try to cover the main things. Some things right off the back you will need: a 32mm socket for the rear nut. Make sure you have a breaker bar, it's going to really come in handy. I already took off the sensor bar here and the top bolt up here. I loosened this up, and then I realized you have to take off the wheel because this is all part of it to get the rear brake pads out. So yeah, that's the next step, is just take off this wheel. There's a cotter pin in here, just that it simply just slides out, super easy. So yeah, it'll be my first time taking off this rear wheel. So another thing that people recommend is to wear gloves while doing this because of the brake dust, and it's like really fine, be really bad for you, skin. Most people wear a respirator too. I'm not going to. The next thing I'm going to try is take off this right here for the pin. I don't know, so we're going to try. Alright, so here's the old brake pads. You can see how thin that is right there, and there's a new one. I think those were a little worn out there, a little worn down. But alright, so it's a 5mm. Where did I put it? Right here. Right there, 5mm. So make sure you clean everything off, relube everything up. It works a lot better when you're pushing in your cylinder here. Take off the top cap to the rear brake reservoir, because obviously it's going to push fluid back, and that's going to be my next step. All right. So what you want to do now is you want to get an old brake disc, put it up against there, and that's what you want. It just simply closes in. Hold on. Just simply closes in on itself, and squeeze it together until the piston is all the way back in, watching that your fluid doesn't overflow. But it should be good. Alright guys, so this metal backing here comes off. Just make sure you keep everything on side and clamp it back on to your new one, and you'll be good to go. They come off real easily. See, just like that. Bam. Keep everything inside. Get yourself some waterproof grease. how to change the brake pads on a Gen5 ZX10R. I didn't see any videos out there. I never done it before, so this video is me learning how to do the brake pads. Something easy, but still I took my time to learn everything. Kind of want to put a video out there and explain as best as I could how to do it, just in case someone else that doesn't know how to do it, like I didn't know how to do it, could reference off this video. So let me get some light in here, and then I'll go over everything that I did, everything that I think you need to do, don't need to do that I did, all that stuff. So let me get some better light in here for you guys, and we'll be right back. Alright, so obviously here is your rear brake setup. As you can see, I got the new pads in there. Let me sit down here. The new pads are in there, which, as you can see right there, are a lot better than what the old ones were. The old ones were gone. So what I did, you know, put the bike up on the stand, the rear stand, took out the cotter pin, took off the nut, took off the rear wheel, completely off the bike, and then because that loosened it up down here, so obviously if you see, it bolts through right here as well, so that just allowed me more room to play around with it. For some reason I took off the wheel speed sensor. You didn't need to do that, and I took off this bolt up here, which excuse me, this bolt right here, hold on a second, right there, which you don't need to do, I believe. But anyways, once you take out the rear wheel, this whole unit, caliper and stuff comes off, and all you really have to do is, this is a flat head right here, take this off, and inside here this pin is also threaded, which is going to be a 5mm Allen style deal, and you unscrew that and your brake pads will come out. Now another thing you gotta look for is, you see right on the top here, like right above the brake pads, that metal shiny deal right there, it's gonna be like mounted up like this, and there'll be two grooves on the inside on top of here, so you know how it mounts. And just put that up there, take the brake pads out, slide the new ones on, re-grease whatever you need to re-grease. Obviously you're gonna have to slide the piston in, like I explained in the video when I did that early in the video and I explained it. And then yeah, put these back on, hook them back in here. Hold on, let's see here. Hook back in there, make sure they go in their slots back in there. And then yeah, just throw everything together. What helped us to get the wheel back on, because this thing is, when the wheel's off, this thing's kind of like loose, like it has like a little track, you can't see it, but on the inside of the swing arm here has like a little track that it goes onto, but it doesn't hold it. It's just there for like guidance when I like hold it, but it doesn't actually like hold the whole caliper like in place steadily. So what we did is, when obviously we had it up on the stand, the wheel's off, we got a piece of wood, a little 2x4, placed it under the wheel to help it, the wheel support itself up, so that way we could get into the caliper better, and the chain was already on. And then just from there, I just lifted it up with, like, I was literally sitting like this, and I was using my feet and my hands to lift it up, while I had someone, my dad, slide the bar through, and then he just tapped it in with the mallet, and then everything just went back together. Obviously you see, everything's mounted on there really good. Now for the rear nut here, for the Gen 5s, it's going to be a 32mm 6-sided sprocket. And I don't have my owner's manual on me because I'm back at my parents' house. I'm not at my house. So, and I didn't download one. I just went on the forums and I torqued this down to 81 foot-pounds. Is why I torqued this down, then put the cotter pin back in. So yeah guys, super simple, honestly. It's really not hard at all. I thought it was gonna be harder than what it actually was, but super simple just take your time on taking everything apart, because like I said, that top piece that I showed you, it fell down, and I was like staring, I was like, oh, where the hell did this come from? Because I don't know, it was my first time ever changing brakes on this bike, or period in general, so I'm learning as I go. But I hope you guys find this video helpful, whatever information that I could give you in this video, or just watching the process of me going through everything and taking everything off. Other than that, this is going to be the end of the video, you guys. I hope you have a awesome day, stay inspired, and to do great things, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.